Hey guys, Marsingin here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and so earlier today, oh boy, we got the details for the Prime Battle LR Tien EZA, and yeah, it sure was something alright. I made this post, normally, as I said in the tweet itself, like, normally when these big EZAs or big Dokkan releases come out, whether they're the Dokkan Fest or the Part 2 LR, or any of this kind of stuff, I've started doing these community response videos, because I do find it quite interesting to see what people's initial reactions are. It's quite interesting just to see, like, just from getting the details on paper, people's immediate reactions, and sometimes it does give this insight into how units can get underrated or overrated or, you know, overhated or who knows. But I think, as I said with this one, I don't think we really need a response, community response for Tien. His EZA seems very, very bad. I can't say I've seen many people defending it. There's a couple of people that I've seen saying that, you know, like, oh, he's not that bad because he's a free-to-play character. And it's the usual sort of free-to-play sort of stuff that comes up where, you know, people are saying, well, we shouldn't expect them to be good in like the hardest content because they're a free-to-play character, which to a certain extent is kind of fair. But realistically, if we think about everything that's released since the anniversary, or all the new content types that we got with the anniversary, you know, there's not a lot of relevant content in the game that isn't the end game stuff, right? Because, like, the only thing is, if you're not doing things like red zones and you know, battle hard with formidable foes and stuff like that, the general content cycle is like EZAs, which are very specific categories, Super Battle Road or Extreme Super Battle Road, which again, very specific categories, or you get these weird niche events like the Million Arena, which is for nukers and orb changers, the Festival of Battles that was specifically for stackers and things like that, right? So, you know, it's one of those, if a free-to-play unit isn't good in the sort of general suite of content that we've been getting since the anniversary, the big question is, well, what is the point of that unit then? Like, what are they even for? Like, what was the thought behind the design for this guy's EZA? Like, what team are we supposed to be using him on? Like, who are we supposed to be using him with, and in what event? Like, what is the thought behind his EZA? And I think that's why people get so disappointed with these releases, because it applies to the summonable units as well as the free-to-play characters, really. Like, if a character gets an EZA and they're just not good, and you're not going to want to use them, then what was the point? And like, what thought went into the EZA? Who knows? So, like I said here, we don't necessarily need a response, because I feel like it would just be everyone saying that he's bad. So I thought I would at least put a little bit at the end here. Let me know what you would do to fix him. There's a lot of unserious replies, because people are like just memeing on this Tien left, right and center, which, to be fair, I don't really mind. I think it's kind of funny. So yeah, this is not going to be your usual community response video, but we'll go ahead and jump in and look at the comments and see exactly what we got. So straight away you can see Gesh starting us off. He should be nerfed, yeah, because, you know, those additional normals and flat number boosts in 2025, return of the new OP meta, I guess, right? So Gesh starting us off strong. Prof with the general feeling, I think, with a lot of people, give him an actual EZA would be a good way to fix him. Yeah, because you know, he's got the illusion of an EZA. His passive has got all these extra sections. Every one of the sections that was there already has been updated, just not seemingly very well. So we've got Mega Nice, the single summon menace, repping the hashtag beans on toast. That's pretty funny. As an Englishman, I support this movement. It seems like he might be able to do big attack numbers with supers, so there is nothing to fix. I'm perfectly fine with his design. Yeah, Mega Nice is one of those, like, he just only cares about attack and like big attack numbers and doesn't care about defense. Largely for the memes, I guess, because you can't win difficult content with just teams of units like that, so I don't really know. But I do know that Mega Nice has a preference for big hard-hitting units. So I don't know. I haven't seen the calcs for Tien's attack. I've only seen the calcs for how not great his defense is. So I don't really know. But Raldo, our boy, with the same sentiment as Prof, show the actual EZA details. Seriously though, 2025 and we're still with flat stats and not enough to provide him something. Give him actual percentages, actual free-to-play help for a team that demands you summoning for other good ones just to make the team relevant. Trash EZA. I mean, this is one of those things that often comes up when a character with the same name releases during a celebration. Like, it's kind of one of those, they don't want to make the AGL TN, or the AGL TN, the Prime Battle, the free-to-play TN, too good, because he's got the same name as the Part 2 summonable LR, so they can't really be run together. They can be run on the same team, you just have to keep them apart. But, like, if they made him actually really good, then a lot of people who maybe did pull Tau, have Yamcha with his EZA, and want to put together, like, an Earthlings team, for some of those people, it might, if TN was actually really good, then the thought process might be, oh, well, I actually don't need to summon for the Part 2 LR. Now, in some situations, I could kind of see how doing that makes sense, but if they read the climate of, like, the game and the community at the moment, like, so many people are just saving for the global download celebration, so a lot of people are just not going to be summoning for TN anyway. So by giving us an actual good free-to-play, like Prime Battle TN EZA, then that helps the people who did actually summon for Tau, but don't also want to summon for TN right before the big celebration, because, you know, it's anniversary level, as we keep saying. So yeah, it's just very, very odd. Like, the Earthlings team, the Saiyan Saga team, really would benefit from having this TN be good for the people who can't, like, summon on every banner and everything, right? So overall, just very, very disappointing. Personally, if you're an EZA in 2025, no flat stats and no additional normals, one additional SA at least, and just for the lols, when below 13% HP, 1003% attack on super attack. Yeah, because he's got a lot of 13s and like 103 and stuff like that in his passive. I can't remember what the relevance of that actually is. Someone can let us know in the comments. But, like, yeah, I just don't get it. You get an additional super, is it 24 key? But I just don't get the, like, why does he have 2 additional normals that don't even have a chance to become a super? Like, even if it was additional normal with a rare chance to become a super, like, that wouldn't be great and people would be complaining, but at least you might see it happen sometimes. You know, same with medium chance, right? And we all make fun of STR Blue Evolution Vegeta, the Prince of all normals, because all of his additional normals are only medium chance. But, like, at least there's a chance. Like, I've had turns where I have used Blue Evolution Vegeta and he has actually done like 3 or 4 super attacks. But this TN is just like additional normal with no chance to become a super. Why? It's just very, very strange. New, I'm assuming they mean Chaozu unit is going to save the TN EZA, I think. Well, we know there's a free-to-play farmable TN Chaozu coming out with that new 22nd World Tournament story event, but I mean, if this guy as a free-to-play unit is anything to go by, I wouldn't put much hope or anticipation in that guy being any good, the free-to-play Chaozu, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We should get the data download tomorrow, so I will do a video talking about it. Number 1 Kid Buu fan. If they ever include raw stats in any unit in a modern day, it should minimum read gains 1 million defense at the start of turn and be one of 40 other numbers in the kit. Yeah, like, flat boosts just don't work very well as, like, percentages. As we moved into the proper percentage and, like, category meta and all that kind of stuff, like, flat boosts died out because they just don't give you that much of an increase compared to the percentages all, like, multiplying together. So I've seen people, the one person I did see trying to defend it, or someone saying, people on Reddit was saying, it's like, when he's fully built up, he's getting 1 million extra defense. But turn 1, if you've seen his calcs, without support or anything, just turn 1, he's got like 100k defense. So fully built up, that's 1.1 million, which against some bosses that we have now, that's not even enough to tank normal attacks. Now, he does get a defense raise, like, depending on the amount of orbs you get or how much key he gets. And then you do get the additionals do actually raise attack and defense, like the 12 key. I think the highest I've seen the calc for his defense without having extra support on the rotation and not the active skill turn, because the active skill gives some extra defense as well. But once he's built up and, like, post supers, his defense is like 2 million, which in a lot of events that will be enough, or like a lot of the end game events that will be enough to tank normal attacks. But it all depends on the scenario. He only gets one of his boosts for like 10 turns. So obviously in slightly longer events, that's going to impact him as well. Very, very strange choice, right, with the flat numbers in his passive. Serena says, make all or his additional normals into additional supers, or even additionals with a 70 chance to super if you want. Let him build up damage reduction per attack / super done in the turn, like the Blue Evolutions, for example. Make his flat buffs percentage buffs. Easy fix without changing any fundamental about him. So yeah, that's the big thing, right? Like, it's very easy to say, if I say, like, how would you fix this Tien? And then it's just like completely rewrite him a new passive where he has like 70% damage reduction and like 3 additional supers and all this kind of stuff. But this is a very sensible one, as it says you're not making huge changes about his kit, but like all of his additionals should be attacks that have a chance to super. 70% would obviously be very high, which would be good. But come on, like at least medium chance, which is 30%. Ideally high chance, which is 50%. Or great chance, which is 70. Like, that would be good. Let him build up damage reduction per attack done in the turn. I think that's a really good idea, because he starts off with the base 13% damage reduction, but that's just so low. Like, whereas if he gets an extra, you know, 13% again with each attack performed within the turn, he's going to be performing, what, like 4 attacks? So at that point, he's going to be well over like 60% damage reduction after he's attacked, which would then make him actually really solid, especially if he's still hitting like 2 million defense. And if his additionals have chance to become supers, his 12 key does raise defense, he could end up being at like 2.5 to 3 million with over 50% damage reduction. Like, that's still very, very strong. Like, there are some endgame big bosses that would still kill him with a super attack, but that would be very, very good. But that, of course, again, goes back into the sort of territory of, would they make a free-to-play LR that good? I don't know, but that would definitely be significantly better. Zindrick says guard and make his damage reduction be like 30%, and then he's fine. Even 1.3% damage per time he builds his flat stats up while keeping the 13%. Yeah, because that gets built up 10 times, right, to get to him having the extra million defense. So if they did this, he would then have another 13%. He'd be at 26%, which is definitely better than nothing. Building up that would be good. Guard would obviously be helpful. But yeah, Chris Stewart says Prime Battle LRTN should be giving support to Saiyan Saga and Earthlings categories. Example, 50% damage reduction and 30 to 60% increase to attack and defense. I mean, giving all Saiyan Saga or Earthling allies 50% damage reduction is pretty crazy. Because it means, like, if you ran him with Tau, he'd be, like, completely invincible. And the STRTN, which would be kind of funny. But they should give him support of some kind. Like, 100%, I think that would have made him useful, especially because with the LRTN, if the new Part 2 one, if you were going to put them on the same team, the new one is the one that you're kind of keeping on rotation and potentially using in slot 1, whereas the free-to-play one, if he did have support, then you could at least use him on the team as a support unit, and then that would be fine. But yeah, I don't know if giving him any damage reduction support like the Path to Power Kid Goku, like Saiyan Saga and Earthlings allies, maybe like 10%, and then like 40% attack and defense, then I think he would be somewhat usable, because he would also get that buff himself. If they didn't change his kit at all and just gave him Saiyan Saga and Earthlings category allies 10% damage reduction and 40% attack and defense, he would be considerably better. Because post-supering, his defense, we're then talking like fully built up, he's going to be closer to like 2.5 million. But he's also giving himself the extra 10% damage reduction, so he'd have 23%. So it would be a lot better, because if he actually was a support unit, like you guys have heard me say in the past, I give support units a little bit of leeway. Like, if a character is a unit that I'm floating in slot 3 to give all of the rest of my team a massive buff, I'm then not as hard on them if they can't survive super attacks from the big bosses. Whereas this guy isn't a support unit, he's just doing big stats for himself, but he's just not good enough, like, defensively, right? So Aphilia, they say what they should have done is take away all of his crit and give him another additional normal. I think there's another meme one, but yeah, people not happy with this Tien. I can understand the meme replies. Change static stats to percentages. Increase damage reduction from just 13%. What were they thinking? To like 52%. Lastly, give more defense to super attack effects. Probably overkill, but just one of these would make him better. I mean, yeah, increasing the base damage reduction would be fine. And then give him defense on his 18 key, at least, as well. Would be a good start, right? Because he might be able to hit some decent numbers for attack. But again, that's the thing with these free-to-play units. Like, there are summonable units for the team that are going to be able to hit way harder than him. So if he's not able to back it up with relatively good defense, then it's like, what's the point of even using him at all, right? That was Mega M. Sky Knight says, I mean, I'd go back in time and find the dev that made the kit. But other than that, I guess the simple solution is remove his guaranteed normals and make them supers of some chance, add damage reduction per super or something, and a few more items. I mean, yeah, this is, I think, the big thing, right? Is his normal attacks that he gets guaranteed additionals, they should have a chance to become supers. And then, yeah, damage reduction per super within the turn, I think would be really, really good. Because, yeah, we've got I Want Trent here. Also says additionals have a high chance to super, 13% damage reduction per super attack performed, which is what I think I said earlier. And then 2 turns, allies attack 13% support on the 12 key. That would actually be really good, because imagine if he does then get like 3 additional supers within the turn. He's giving 39% support for 2 turns, as well as giving himself an extra 39% damage reduction. Then he would actually be really good, but it is what it is, I guess. We have Chris says, change the additional attacks to additional supers. I mean, I do think a chance makes sense. I don't think they'd give him like 3 guaranteed additional supers, but a good chance would be nice. Change the AA for 10 turns into additional super for 10 turns. Give him baseline of damage reduction in his basic kit. I mean, he does have the 13%, but it should be higher. Change the base number buffs to percentage buffs. Make the 12 key super greatly stack attack and defense. I mean, stacking on the 12 key would actually be good, especially if he was able to get additionals, because that would make him better for longer events for sure. Then we've got 2 more great serious replies here from Eonian. More flat numbers, that would fix him right up. And then Kasai needs more additional normals. That's right, he needs to be doing 5 or 6 additional normals in a turn. Why not? Then we've got our boy Drace, Super Easy A3. Yeah, he's not even ready for a Super Easy A yet. He needs to be Super Easy A twice in order to be any good. So we've got Miracle Wheat says, I don't understand all the crash outs over a free-to-play LR. I'm really expecting a free unit to compete with summonable units. It's not the standard. There's only been exceptions. I mean, yeah, this is the thing, right? Like, again, I don't think we shouldn't be expecting them to compete with summonable units, but the point is we should be expecting them to be usable in the current climate of the game, which is essentially like all the content that's released since the anniversary. Because what is the point of giving this guy an Easy A if he's not good in any of the events that like people actually want to play? And I think that's the main point. And then we've got this person here. Is it Coix? I would just unrelease him. I mean, yeah. Sane Man, I would give him more damage reduction, more key stats, and remove the only normal attacks and make them have the chance to super. I mean, the general consensus is pretty clear, right? His additional attacks should have a chance to be an additional super, and then like maybe a little bit more damage reduction. I do think the idea of him building up damage reduction during the turn by doing additionals, I think is actually a really, really good idea, but obviously not something that they did. But yeah, Tien, not very good. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that he could have been changed very easily without going absolutely crazy and like making him, you know, the best free-to-play unit. I don't think that that is necessarily what people are expecting, but yeah, he's very, very disappointing. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you didn't see the tweet or you replied and didn't see your reply because potentially it was after I recorded the video, do let me know your thoughts in the comments of how you would fix the Tien. I mean, at this point, I've seen people even joking that, like, at least he's bad because now I don't actually have to bother farming up the Prime Battle LR because some people haven't actually even done it yet. Honestly, I don't know if it's even really worth it. Like, I will, of course, be doing the Easy A for him and doing the showcase. But, yeah, he's definitely very, very disappointing. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.